But what is the right amount of time for you to want to make an investment where you think it's going to come? Is it 2 years in the future? Is it 4 years in the future? Is it 6 months from now?
If you think about Uber and Niantic and SpaceX and some of these investments I've done, they're all category defining companies that are actually creating a whole new way of doing things. So with Uber, that was based off of kind of my ideological beliefs. I was really, really obsessed with how the taxi industry worked. And I sat and basically evaluated the entire medallion system to try to figure out, like, why is it on a rainy day I can't get a taxi? Why are they so poorly maintained? Why is it that this taxi driver drives like a bat out of hell to and from the airport? And if you sit and you analyze the economics of it, you figure out why. And so there was nothing I could really do about it other than be upset. And, and so along came Uber, and it was the answer to my prayers. It was really interesting because if you allow yourself to daydream and think about the problems in the world, then along comes a company and a founder who sees the world in that way. And maybe it's not the exact way that you see it, but it's close enough, and so that basically they came along and said, we're going to fix this whole thing. We're going to disrupt this entire ecosystem. We're going to destroy the medallion. Mostly it was just, I think people are at their breaking point. They're unhappy with the taxi industry. There's this narrative going that people will not get into strangers' cars, but I didn't think that was true because we did anyway. And, all of that just sort of led to the right decision. And It's really interesting, like how that works. But had I not allowed myself to daydream about taxis, I don't know that I would have made that investment. If I wasn't curious about how systems work, I like to analyze businesses and try to figure out what makes them special. If you try to figure out the economics of anything and why it works the way it does, that endless curiosity just kind of got me to where I am. And I think it helps me to identify people who also have those traits that are solving problems that are actually real problems.